should run out of batteries. Okay.
Okay, I'm getting much better.
What do you want to
here.
know now?
Who do you listen to?
Who do I listen to?
What type of music do you listen to? What would you say are your mentors, so to speak, in the music industry, or even in the art industry?
Art. I don't do art. I don't know what art is. I don't like art. Art is a bad thing. Art is... I don't know what art is. Well, the things that I listen to... you know, it's not really that simple. We're very versed in the history of pop music and not pop music. To me, Brian Wilson was what gave me all my ideas. To me, Don Van Vliet was somebody who confirmed that these ideas were possible. It's difficult to say. I used to love Roy Orbison. I remember in the early days of Pere Ubu, the guitar player and me would just play Roy Orbison greatest hits albums till they just ran. They wore out, because obviously Roy Orbison was specialized in a very hyperbolic, emotional, frenzied state. It was basically Pere Ubu was a very emotional situation. It's hard to say. To me, music is simply the language and the poetry of the human experience. It's not art, it's entertainment. Art is nothing but entertainment. The notion of it as a higher thing is, I have a great deal of problems with. I don't know. I think the most we can learn from them old Russian commies is that chess is entertainment. That entertainment doesn't have to be lowest common denominator. Poetry is entertainment.
How would you? How do you think you differ from other bands that are out there, other rock bands?
How do we differ? Well, we're old, and fat, and ugly, and we have a heart as big as Oklahoma. That's a prime difference. What is the difference? Well, the difference is, here's another long answer. You ask me these questions, and you're just gonna get the long answer. Because frankly, I don't care. I'm too old to care about short sound bites. The problem is that we came along at a generation. It was a very narrow generation. It lasted only a few years, of people that really believed that rock music was destined to be a sublime art form, and that music was really important. Now sounds funny now, but we believed that music was really important. And we came to musical manhood. We had seen, rock move from its adolescent stage of the 50s sort of thing into its maturity, let's say from Electric Dylan onwards, as a basic sort of signpost, which was like the Oklahoma land rush, where these wagons just rushed across the countryside, discovering things, rivers and beautiful scenic overlooks and valleys and trees and things. And it was this mad rush, and it was exciting to rush and to find the new territory, to discover the brave new world. And we came along at the point just after that, and it was the early 70s, coming to musical manhood. We figuratively looked back and said, "Well done, esteemed forebears. Hand us the torch. We will build this brave new world that you've discovered. We will build the roads and towns and villages." And this is, we honestly believed, and if you talk to the people of that generation of the early 70s, I sound like an old man, but we honestly believed that pop music would never return to its stupid teenage, fashion.
Bubblegum.
No, not even bubblegum. Just its pop teenage idol. The dog would never return to the vomit. Its vomit. We really believed that. And so we were shaped by that. You know, we still believe that. We still believe that rock music has the ability to be the most powerful poetic language going. You know, and the thing that makes us different is that we're too stubborn to change our ideas and too stupid to quit. You know, so and it's like when when you are a true believer, you have no choice but to to continue to. It's like this poor old. You always felt so sorry for those people who had been socialists in the 30s, you know, before Stalin, and they had this wonderful vision. You know, this is where all those spies in England came from. They had this wonderful vision of socialism in the communist state. And Stalin came along, and the Russian Nazi pact and everything, and they just were never the same after that. It was obviously the ground had been cut out from under them, and there was this they still had this dream, but it wasn't connected to reality anymore, and it was a bitter thing. So I understand those people. I understand what happened. That's the answer.
Okay. Do you have any closing words you'd like to say to Phoenix?
Hello, Phoenix. No, wait a minute. Hello, Albuquerque. No, wait a minute. Hello, Tempe. No, I don't volunteer information. I remember the motto of the prisoner who said that, or at the village they say, questions are a burden to others, answers a prison to oneself. Words to live by. That's true. That's not true. It's totally cynical. But you wanted some snappy closer.
That's okay. With that, we'll close.
Alrighty.
I want to really thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Pleasure. I hope those aren't too long-winded answers.